Going to open up and take a look at a new miniature for the Hordes game from Privateer Press, and this is for the Circle Orboros. Is a Woldwrath Gargantuan. You can see it's one of their big models. Kind of see a little bit of a size comparison. Another picture of it on the back. Feels pretty hefty, so I'm guessing there's more metal pieces in here than some of the other ones I've gotten. Doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of metal. Maybe just the metal pieces have a lot of weight to them. So you get the cards with it. Get kind of the wound tracker, and then the generic, an explanation of the generic Gargantuan special power attacks. Then you get the card with the stats and abilities on it, with an explanation of them on the back. You get the, I believe it's 120mm base, and you have the 180-degree markers on the sides, and then the 90-degree marker for the front of the model. You started doing this with the Gargantuans. You get a little diagram on how it fits together. The battle engines, I don't believe any of the battle engine came with this, but all the Gargantuan and the Colossals I have gotten have come with one of these. The main piece here is a big chunk of resin. Whenever I pin these, usually these big chunks of resin are hollow on the inside, like a chocolate Easter rabbit. So it really doesn't look like there's a whole lot of metal pieces. I guess the box just felt heavy. You can look, you have a handful of metal pieces here. Most of them look like small bits, you can see, and the majority of it's going to be their resin. So we'll try to start with the feet and work our way up the model. So it looks like we have 2 legs here. These look to be the front of the legs. You know, this is the kneecap, so this is the front. You can see where like a little toe piece fits in. It's really heavy on the runes with a lot of, I don't know if that's supposed to be a stylized rune, or maybe it's just got a lot of scratches in it. Some of them look like scratches, some of them look like runes inscribed. You can see where it's stone, and then you have some rope and some wood binding it together. You can see some branches kind of growing, or vines growing up through. You can see where the piece fits into the hip joint. So you get 2 legs like that. Kind of take off and get a better look. You can see it's keyed to only take a specific piece for the feet, which I believe are these pieces. Yeah, that's what these are. 2 of the metal pieces. You see they're kind of like toes. See, they're slotted where they're only going to fit in a particular one. so they'll only fit in a particular side. So that takes care of the feet, so we'll move on up to what looks like the hip joint. And I believe this is the front of it. So this is kind of the back piece. See, this will be the bottom area. You can see where the two legs fit in. And then where the upper torso fits in, which is quite a big piece. See, the upper torso is fairly big. Has kind of a hunched stature to it. See, again, you have kind of lots of stone panels with the runes put in. Up above, this is where the head fits in. Up above, you can kind of see maybe that's where one of the weapons is supposed to come out in a beam, maybe. So you have the spots for the arms, or like maybe there's another spot to stick something else here. See, it looks like one of the other pieces fits in there. You see where it's set to go in the hip. You see lots of logs lashed together to form the torso. See where another plate piece fits there. So then you get into the have the head piece here. Let's see, kind of has a Greek or Spartan kind of warrior look to it, with the crest and the side shields of a helmet. And what looks like a finger, the opposable thumb on the hand. I believe that's a thumb piece. I think the fingers all come as one large piece, maybe. But it's a finger or a thumb. I'll show the. You can see on this hand the fingers kind of come as one block, and then you have the thumb piece. And on this, where is it? This hand here, you can have a piece, and then you have a finger and the thumb separate. So that is one of those pieces there. Let's see. We have these plate pieces, and they fit around kind of the torso area. Let's see, this one's keyed to go in the front of the model here. It's kind of another little plate to wrap around. And then you have these two. You can see there, it shows them wrapping around the sides. You know, kind of in the branch pieces. So it looks like they're contoured to fit in a specific area. So those are just some plates that wrap around the side. We have a couple more of the fingers. These are probably the fingers for the hand that isn't clenched. You know, a finger and a thumb. You can see a stone with little logs that are lashed together to kind of hold the piece, I guess, so it can flex. You have a bunch of these little kind of post pieces that are supposed to be poking out of the model, and that's a lot of what goes in these pieces. You can see the little open circles. The supposed to be the tips of the logs that are lashed together holding it out. And you get 2 sprues of those. Looks like 9 on each sprue. So those are going to go just kind of poking out of the model to represent the log coming out of it. have the two shoulder pieces, which look like they fit on the model somehow like this. I'm trying to look and see where the keyed piece is, if it's there. So it looks like maybe the arch here fits the arc there, and that's how it fits together. So you have these two shoulder pieces, and then that's what the arm's going to come at. The keyed part here is for the arm. So the same style of design to it. The logs lashed in as kind of a skeletal structure, and then the huge pieces of stone. This piece is kind of bubbled out a little. I don't know if you can tell on the video. Kind of protrudes out. I didn't notice it until I felt it. It feels hollow inside too, so I can put pressure on it and it comes loose. This one is flat though. This is for the other side. Those are the two shoulder pieces. We have the two arm pieces. And you can see they see how they fit in here. Note, these pieces fit into the shoulder to help form the arm. It's kind of the upper arm piece. So you have two metal pieces that form kind of the bicep, tricep area of the arm. They're just kind of an in-between piece that fits into there. And then the actual forearm thickens out to be this big chunk here. You can see it's got some more spots to put those tips of the log. It's like a little goop of resin there, but you have the ropes lashing it together with the logs. And then here on the front you have the place where the fist is going to fit. And trying to see how that goes on there. So this one is the side that has the kind of open hand that has the finger and the thumb coming out different, so it's keyed there and there to fit like that, and the two fingers that are in metal will finish that up. And then the other forearm, well, it's keyed too, but I'm having trouble seeing how it fits on there. Wondering if I'm missing a piece that I'm not seeing. Yeah, okay. You have a resin piece that keys to it, and that resin piece takes the metal clenched fist. So you have this little kind of in-between piece that forms the back of the hand, and then the fingers balled up fit into that, and then the thumb is going to poke out of that. So there's the balled up fingers. There's the back of the hand part, and then that as the other forearm, pretty much just like the other one. So that is everything you get in the Circle Orboros Woldwrath Gargantuan for the Hordes miniature game.